Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for clicking on the video, and it's going to be a little different than normal. I'm putting this out in a different time frame and all that good stuff, but welcome. And yeah, all kinds of things happen here. This is the base meat of this channel is fiber arts related. Now, with that being said, I also do lamp working, and we have a farm, and there's all kinds of different things that happen. And within fiber arts, you will find knitting, needle tatting, Tunisian crochet, regular crochet, weaving, spinning, processing fiber, all kinds of different stuff. I have tons of different playlists. If you're looking for something in particular, check out those playlists. If you just want to go see what all this hoopla is about here at the channel, just click the playlist that says all videos or all, and it will show you all of the videos that I have made and put into there. So all of it will be there, right? All of it. Anyway, we like to have fun, generally speaking, when things don't happen, like me having to rush out of town, all that kind of stuff. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are tutorial base, educational base. And I say that kind of freely because it could be my pattern. It could be a stitch tutorial. It could be a what is it and what does it do? How does it work type thing. And that's normally like crochet on Monday and knitting on Wednesday. Tuesday for about a year now has been lamp working. And that's where I take glass rods and turn them into beads or figurines, things like that. So beads is a lot of what I do here. Now I am playing catch up. This is why this video is coming out at a weird time, and it's going to be a little different. There will be some show and tell at the end. I'm going to show you what you, the viewers, have sent into the Facebook group to share on the podcast. This is my quote podcast, weekly podcast, to catch you up on what I've been up to and also share your work that you shared with us. Now, if you don't have Facebook and you want to share your work, you most definitely can, and you can do that by sending it in an email. And I check my email regularly and my spam part of my email regularly. All right, now that all that's said and done, let's go ahead and get into what has Spring been up to over the past couple of weeks. So we'll go back a couple weeks, and for the most part, things were a little hectic 2 weeks ago. My stepdad was in the hospital. Now, my mom and stepdad live in Missouri, and it was touch and go, and then he came home on hospice, and most of my energy was put into keeping up with what was going on there. So that was kind of rough. And then my daughter-in-law and granddaughter came in to farm sit for me so that way I could go and be with my mom and my father during the passing and funeral of my father-in-law. Keep saying father-in-law. And it's probably because he had no actual, raising of me. My mom and him got together after I was grown, gone, and had children and married type situation. But in my mind, I keep trying to place him as my stepdad and not my father-in-law. Why do I do that anyway? I'm still not all there. I'm still trying to catch up. Anywho, y'all. So he did pass, and I want to thank each and every one of you that watched last Tuesday's video. I had pre-recorded that, and I had it set to go out on last Tuesday. And lo and behold, you all may not know this, but when that video came out, it was actually the day of his funeral. So it was even more so just very touching that it ended up being the same day as the funeral. Not planned. It was already scheduled before he even passed away. So it was really wild how that worked out. So, at any rate, thank you all for those of you that reached out, those of you that had no idea what was going on. That's kind of what happened, and why I just kind of went MIA basically from YouTube. So he did pass, and he passed a few days before my mom's birthday, and the funeral was the day before my mom's birthday. And then I came home Saturday night. Sunday morning is more when I actually rolled in. But thankfully, everything worked out. My daughter-in-law took care of the farm. My daughter-in-law and granddaughter took care of the farm. And my husband was able to stay at work, and I was, be gone because he works out of town. And I was able to go be with my mother. So I'm so thankful and blessed for that. Now, I did get some things done while I was gone and right before I left. I also received some things in the mail, and I'll go over that stuff real quick. Before I left, I wanted some type of pendant to wear with my top, and that way I could have something nice to wear when I went to go and do be at the funeral. So I made a pendant, and here it is. And that's the back of it. But I did all the wire work on it. And this is mine. It is not for sale, y'all. This is mine. If you've seen those cowboy earrings that I made, they were made specifically for my mother. And it was more of a sentimental thing, and it was a one and done. Everything about it represented them. They did cowboy shooting, so I had little pistol charms hanging from the cowboy hats, and the cowboy hats represents us, and him mainly. Bob, my mom's husband, it mainly represented, the fact that he always wore a Western hat, and it being black it's winter time, and it was going to be a funeral. But my mom loved them, and she wore them many times while I was there, including for the funeral. So I was really happy that she really loved them, and she enjoyed the fact that the meaning behind them. So if you're interested or was interested in those earrings, I'm sorry, but that was a one and done. Those were for a specific purpose, and I don't want to remake those. So I'm sorry. I will make a lot of things, but I don't see myself remaking those. Those were for her. All right. And also I made a couple of beads right before I left. Not a whole lot of, fancy and frilly things, just some random beads. Now, those were put away, and I have no idea. I just barely got this room back together to where I could focus. A lot of stuff got shoved in here from the spare room, so that way my daughter-in-law and granddaughter had a place to sleep. But nevertheless, I'm kind of getting it back together. Now, I did make a bead since coming home, and I will show you that. In my Happy Mail, in my mail, I had ordered some gold sparkle glass, as well as a couple of others, to do some Mardi Gras beads. Now, this was ordered a while back, and the first company I ordered from, it was on back order. Still on back order. So I went ahead, and as soon as I knew it was on back order, I ordered from another company. Well, it came in literally the day that I came home. So that was aggravating, because it was supposed to be for Mardi Gras beads, for the collaboration with Dawn Erin Loving Hands Creations and her Mardi Gras boxes that she made. So it just came in, and I was able to test them because I've never used this specific type of glass. So I wanted to test it first, and I did so, and here it is. So there's a gold glitter, and then next to it is this black coppery glitter color, and it's really hard to see that. And then next to it is what's called a snail color. So that was the bead that I did to test. Now I did that on black. I'm also going to test it on white to see how that gold reacts. Now this is what it looks like as a glass rod. The black copper, this is what it looks like as a glass rod. And then the snail looks like this. That's quite a difference. Yeah, but it's really neat. I don't know if you'll be able to see. So the inside of it is a little bit different than the outside of it. Excuse my dirty nails. I just got back from the barn and I'm trying to get caught up here. All right, so that was the glass that I ordered, and I ordered a few rods of each of those so that way I can work on that, and I will be working on that. I also need to work on videos for the channel because I have nothing. But also, while I was gone, as some of you know, when I had the 10,000 subscriber thank you appreciation, Miss Nikki Gadberry had won the hand-spun, hand-dyed yarn. Now, that is this here. So I was able to finish the second bobbin and apply them together while I was out. Now, it still needs to be soaked and the twist needs to be set, but here it is. And I spun this in fractal style. Now, she ordered a second hank. I have no idea how many yards it is or anything like that. As soon as I set the twist in it, and it dries, I can check all that. But this was finished in Missouri and hanked up in Missouri. Now it's ready to go in for a soak. As soon as I get it done, I can check the yardage. I will start the second hank coming up here this week, as well as making Mardi Gras beads and recording videos for the channel and taking care of the farm and getting caught up here. Some other things that I did while I was gone is I worked on the Sundance shawl, and let's see, I am on row 45, believe it or not. I am on row 45. I did quite a bit while I was gone. So here's how it's looking. And I have, let's see, I'll show you how much of the green that I have left from the first cake. Carefully take it out. So I'm almost to that bright color. And then I'll start the next cake. And I'm still trying to figure out, maybe y'all can help me. So I'm going to be ending in this neon color. Should I start in the neon color when I start the next part and or the next cake? Should I start in the neon? Or should I just start again with that dark color and work my way out so it's more striped? Let me know down in the comments what you think, whether I should start from the outside of the cake and work in, or the inside of the cake and work out. So dark to neon or neon to dark. So once again, here we are. Look at that beautiful, beautiful color of greens. Oh, love it. So I worked on that while I was gone. And I did take also my jumper that I have been working on here and there. Here's the other cake that I will be using for that shawl. But I did work on the jumper while I was gone. And so here's where you last saw it right there. So I did, let's see, how far did I go? Right at 3.5 inches more in length in the torso. So here's how it's showing up. Just a basic raglan, no pattern. It's just my own thing. I've made enough for myself that I know what stitch count I need to get what I want to fit for myself. And then I decided to do down each sleeve a Celtic knot style down the sleeve completely. So I got about 3.5 inches on it, along with the shawl and spinning yarn. That is what I got to do out there as far as things for here. Now, I did help my mom along the way and washed her puppies, trimmed their nails, helped her with, feeding her horse and taking care of, little things that she needed help with. Just anything I could do, physically do for her that she needed done before I left, and there wasn't anybody there directly to help her with some heavy stuff. So that's what I did, and we had fun. We got to enjoy some time. It had been 2 years since I had been out. The last time I went was actually the same time frame. I went out there for her birthday 2 years ago. So I'm thankful I got to spend time with her on her birthday. Just unfortunate circumstances. But I'm happy that I could help her as well and actually physically be there. But that is basically, other than driving, and, it was a 12-hour drive, 14-hour drive, depending on traffic to get there, and then again to get back. And I do it in one fell swoop. I leave in the morning and I'm here by late night, early morning, depending on how long. I did get to stop in Tennessee and on the way back and visit with my cousin for a few minutes. She met me out at the highway, out at the interstate, and we just hung out and got to chit chat and catch up. I didn't have time, and it was really late to literally stop and visit all of my dad's side of the family, but I did get to see one of my cousins on my way through. So that was good. I was happy to see her, as always, and catch up with her. But now I'm going to actually insert a picture of a ring that I did wire wrapped. I did 2 wire wrap rings, one before I left and one when I got back. The first one that I did was before I left. Now, that's not a gem. That is a bead that I made for the center of the ring. And the second one is also a bead that I made. And I did this one when I got back, and I did it in a specific size for a specific person, because she said, my ring size is, and I said, okay, I guess I need to get a ring mandrel, because for the first one I made for me, I could keep trying it on and figure it out. Well, she messaged me and said, I need your address. And I said, okay. She said, I want to send you something. Okay, thank you. Well, when I came home to a lovely surprise from Jess. She is so super sweet. She sent me a ring making mandrel kit. So it came with a hammer and different size rings. Like if you went to a jewelry store and was trying on rings, you would find your size, and it's got a bunch of different sizes. Plus a ring mandrel, which is a long piece of metal, and it's got different sizes up the side. And so you can imagine it's cone shaped from the smallest to the largest, and it helps you to make proper ring sizes. So it had that. It had a couple other little things in there. So that was super amazing. Thank you so much, Jess, for such a sweet gift. And yeah, I got to get up with you so that way I can get your information and send that ring to you that I made for you. I am so happy I could do that, and I am so tickled to death that I now have a ring mandrel and can kind of hone in my skills a little bit on wire wrapping. So I'm enjoying it and having fun. All right. as I was saying, like, 20 minutes ago almost, let's get into some show and tell from the past. Now, I will keep the ones for this current week for this coming podcast, and we'll go over the ones that didn't get out last week. All right. So here we are, and Miss Cecilia, you are so sweet and so beautiful. She is sharing with us her, let's see, it is the Majestic Ridges Scarf by Juan the Yarn Addict. I used cinnamon swirl cakes in spearmint swirl, and I was going to check that. Let me see here. Nope, this is Green Flash. Okay, I seen this when I was gone, and I was like, ooh, I wonder if it's the same one that Lisa had sent, but it's not. It's a different color. All right, so Cinnamon Swirl, Spearmint Swirl. Goodness. Cinnamon swirl cakes in spearmint swirl. Thank you so much, Cecilia, for sharing that. That is a beautiful colorway, beautiful work, and absolutely gorgeous pattern, Juan. Very, very nice all the way around. Thank you so much for sharing. And next up, we have Miss Sharon. Sharon loves purple. She finished her C2C Moss Stitch Afghan, and I love this. I love the color pooling that it did. And of course, it's got like this really brilliant orange look to it. And the zigzag color pooling, oh my gosh, how cool is that? That is just really, really neat. And you put a border around it. Oh, I love it, Sharon. Beautiful job. Very, very nicely done. I love it. And I know you're happy to have it done. Thank you for sharing that with us, Miss Sharon. Beautiful work. Next up, we have Judith. Judith, thank you so much for sharing your work with us. She made a Moss Stitch beanie by Wow Crochet. Now, if you don't know who Wow Crochet is, you got to check her out. She just gets me all tickled and laughing and stuff. Oh my goodness, she is so fun. She is an awesome person. She does a lot of granny stitch stuff, but this is called the Moss Stitch beanie, and it's Wow Crochet Designs. And you're welcome, Judith. Thank you for sharing with us. That is beautiful. The red and the black are always nice and contrast, and beautiful work. Next up, we have Cecilia coming back for a couple of pictures. Let's see. She said, this is the Galaxy Granny Square Scarf. The square pattern is by our Bago de Crochet, Crystal, and she used mandala in the color Phoenix. That is super pretty. And again, you're so pretty. Beautiful woman. And your work, I love it. Super nice. Good job with that. I love it. And then she shared with us, she finished an Afghan using Bernette blanket yarn. Whew, my wrists and forearms hurt just saying that. Ooh, I bet you had to set that several times down off to the side and put it in timeout. Oh, man, my arms hurt thinking of Bernette blanket yarn. I have a cardigan I'm working on with Woolies, and the Thick and Quick, and oh man, my wrists are killing me every time I work on it. Anyway, back to you, Cecilia. She said, in Smooth Sailing colorway. Started it 4 years ago. So yeah, she's had it in timeout several times. I can completely understand that. Thank you very much, each and every one of you, for sharing your pictures every week. Thank you for understanding that I was out of town and not able to do what I normally do here. And thank you for bearing with me and just going back and checking out old videos or watching old videos. I seen where that was happening. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And those of you that have commented and I haven't replied to your comment in any way, shape, or form, I will get to you. Now that I'm getting back in the swing of things and getting back here in the craft room, I will catch up and I will get to you, I promise. Give me a week to get recordings done and get spinning done that's needing to be done, and beads done that need to be done. All the things that I need to get caught up on first. It doesn't mean that you're lesser important, less than important, but I do need to get some of this bigger stuff done. If I have a chance and sit down to take a break from all of that, I will reply sooner. But please bear with me this week. Let me get back into the right frame of mind and get my design part of my brain focused again, because right now I have absolutely nothing in my mind to record. So it'll probably be stitch tutorials, more than likely just stitch tutorials, or I may go back and redo some old videos, something that I did before, and they just need to be, yeah, it's been 4 years since I started. This year is 4 years, and some of them older videos, I hang my head in shame. We got to start somewhere, right? So I may do that. I may go pull an older video, redo it, and put it out again, and then make those older videos private. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's going to come. All right, everyone, if you have any suggestions, by all means, please feel free, drop it down in the comment section. I always enjoy communicating with you and getting to chit chat with you and hearing your suggestions and what you would like to see. So thank you very, very much. And as always, be blessed, be a blessing. And until next time, y'all, bye for now.